not eating your meat. So you may need to use one of your ground cloth tarps as a shelter like we have back here, improvising a method to keep your fire from getting wet.
Right.
Now you're not going to have a steel plate to put it on.
They will. They will.
Maybe a
Well,
barrel lid.
they're going to have a barrel lid.
Yeah.
So that's a 55-gallon lid cut off and it's sitting on the ground. You're going to set your coals on that. You want to keep that dry. That might mean building some kind of an improvised shelter, lean-to, to keep the rain off that, because that's important to keep your fire from going out.
We're hoping by giving you all these rain precautions that'll be insurance that it's not going to rain. Kind of like bringing the umbrella with you, you know.
The other option you may have is if you decide not to set your tent up right now, you can set your carts up like this and actually stretch a tarp through two of them and actually make a shelter like this and then cook underneath it. So that's another option you have. Okay, and that's how they've done them in the past. There's images of other treks where they've actually done that.
And that's a great suggestion. Go online and look at images of
Right.
treks and
You know, we're not the first to do it, so don't have to relearn everything. Go look.
A couple of these extension poles with them?
Unfortunately, if you want to put them on your back and carry them,
No,
no.
no,
Actually, they're not.
those are mine.
Yeah, you're not going to have them.
But if you take, like he's talking about, take one of these tarps and just drape it over, you've got all the twine to work with you're going to need.
Right.
You can create and stake those ropes down and create a tarp tent using your hand cart as your elevation for temporary cooking purposes and working and eating and so forth.
The first night weren't trees, right?
The first night there'll be trees, but
That's
after
right,
that,
there'll be
then you're
sticks.
pretty much going to be in the field.
So you may tie to trees and put your tarps up from
That's right.
trees.
I rope
If it's
between
gonna rain, rain
trees.
the first night.
Go ahead and put your request in on the weather.
We're starting around a little behind on time, but we want to have you go through. Have you already shown them the equipment list that the advisor couples need to bring?
We haven't gone through the equipment list.
Equipment. Every advisor couple is responsible for the equipment list for your hand cart. If you don't bring it, your hand cart will not have it,
Right.
and
Laura,
there
you
won't be
wanna answer
extras.
But just slide it over here and. Alright. Well, the key items, I guess, on the list, we can start going down some of the key items on the list. One item that was added at the end was a bow saw. And the real purpose of that is basically just for shortening wood and getting wood for burn barrels. We will have some burn barrels so you can stay warm. Okay? But we're not going to provide all the wood for you. You're going to have to go get some of the wood. Or assign somebody to go get the wood. And when it comes back, obviously, it may need to be sectioned. Okay, but we want to be, safety is the most important. We want to make sure that you're not cutting yourself. So if you have somebody who already knows how to use a bow saw, it's good to have them be supervising the use of it, okay, or using it, okay. Other key items, I guess, to bring is a lantern. There will be one lantern per cart, and obviously that's pretty much the only source of light we're going to have. Because the cell phones and stuff won't be coming, so there's no that. There won't have that light. No flashlights. Registration will go through and make sure that everything's where it needs to be. There's the bow saw. So you have one light. So you also got to figure out how do you share the light. All right. Because if there's 10 of you and you have one lantern, how are you going to share that light?
Like sharing the gospel.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Good.
Advisor couples, if you can look on this list, what we have on here is the stuff that, if it's an X, it means that you're bringing it. If it's got a name on it, then that's where it's coming from. If it's in parentheses or a stake item, we're bringing it. If it says ward, then you guys need to bring it. The ward items is you need to get a roll of toilet paper and 2 of the toilet. Yeah, they'll have other toilet paper there. This is just for like emergencies.
Emergencies.
And then 2 rolls of the paper towels from there. So if you can check and see if we don't have it correct on there, if you can let us know.
And that's all on the list, like all, including that toilet paper.
That's
stuff?
correct.
Okay.
Yes. So if you can check with this, you want to pass these around?
Sure.
There's
Hold on.
there's
You have one, and
multiple
I'll go make
copies there.
of it.
You
Well,
also
there's
have a
different
clothing-
copies. There's like different people, and just let me know if something's not correct on
So
there.
advisor couples,
And we're still missing a couple items.
raise your hand if you're advisor couple. There.
Like a new one or something?
And so you can just let me know. Another thing that
There are multiple.
You guys are couples?
Yeah. This is
Oh, that's what.
Okay, that makes more sense.
A lot of you have asked, these are the lids. If you guys have these are going to be so much easier to get in and out of your buckets. They go on top of the bucket and you just unscrew it.
They're like $7.50 at Home Depot.
Do they have them at Home Depot now?
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to take the core out of these before you come on trek, a couple of visor couples, because it's really hard to get out otherwise.
Pair of needle nose pliers, you grab the end and you just turn clockwise and it'll pull right out.
Yeah. The other thing is, a lot of you have asked about the first aid kits. Youth, you guys want to have moleskin, but this is about all you need. It's got some gloves in it, some alcohol prep pads, Neosporin or triple antibiotic, lots of Band-Aids, some gauze pads, sports tape, and moleskin. That's pretty much all you need, because there will be medics on the trail that will be going with the hand carts that will have full medical kits and first aid kits. What you need is just something for cuts and scrapes. You know, if you,
The number
nick
one,
yourself.
the
Lots
number
of
one-
Band-Aids.
The number one and number two things that I have always seen on trek are blisters and lots of moleskin, and number two is chafing. So if you as advisor couples can come prepared with those supplies for your use, that's going to be the two things you're going to find they're going to be in need of the most.
You are allowed to bring a little stick of like chafing
Yeah.
Body Glide or
Body Glide or something like that. You're allowed to bring that yourself, but that's not to share, obviously. So bring your. You've seen Body Glide, right? You can buy it at Walmart. It's Band-Aid brand. There's another Band-Aid
Chafing is
brand.
your legs are going to rub together
When
from
your
the
legs
walking,
rub together
and
and
that
they
constant
create a
rubbing,
rash
your legs
in
will
between
start
your
to
legs.
shake or get raw, get
The little
red,
raised
sore.
pimples start to come out. It's
Yeah,
very
get wet
irritating.
clothes. Yeah, you will be walking like that. I promise. Yeah, if you're not prepared.